With the second successive defeat at the polls after serving as Prime Minister for 20 years, it's time for Dr. Denzil Douglas to step down as leader of the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party. That's the view of political analyst Peter Wickham during an interview on Let's Talk St. Kitts and Nevis, aired on Voice of the Caribbean Radio this week.
Dr. Douglas has done well politically. I think developmentally he's also done well. St. Kitts and Nevis had a housing revolution. They had an education revolution. They had a health revolution. All of these things were achieved under him. So he did well. The challenge came, however, where it was clear that the Labour Party was losing support. And I mean, you could see it in elections. They were losing support. And over those years, they seemed to turn more to the overseas vote to make up any shortfall that came in terms of the losing support locally. The people of St. Kitts clearly felt that after 20 years, they needed an alternative leader. And that's essentially what they have done. What we have now is a situation where instead of Dr. Douglas accepting that his ship has sailed and that he can perhaps do better to rely on the years that he had done so well to build his legacy. He is polluting his legacy now with the type of noise that we associate with so many other leaders in the Caribbean. The challenge is that we've heard it all before. When after in Barbados, it was the same thing.
Mr. Wickham is not convinced that Dr. Douglas will retire based on his recent pronouncement that he would not concede the election results due to irregularities on election day. He compared Dr. Douglas to Dr. Kenny Anthony, former leader of the St. Lucia Labour Party, who resigned after his party lost the elections in St. Lucia to the United Workers' Party.
Night of the election, when Kenny Anthony conceded defeat, he congratulated Alan Chastanet on a victory that was hard fought. He congratulated him on a campaign that was clearly better. He wished the people of St. Lucia well. And he said, this will be my last occasion in which I will be leading the party. I will look for an opportunity to lead leadership. If you look to the United Kingdom, when Corbyn lost the last election race, Corbyn said, this is it for me. I congratulate the people. I wish the new Prime Minister Boris Johnson well, and I will not be running for office again. In Barbados, Friendo Stewart, on the night of the last election, he lost. He congratulated the opposition, the alternative for winning. He congratulated Ian Motley. He said that the loss was clearly resounding and that he will not be running for office again. He has no intention of continuing in that role. Dr. Douglas has had 48 hours to reflect on life and has come to the people with the position that this election was invalidly decided. It is not a reflection of the will of the people. So I can only assume that from that, his intention is to continue.
Meanwhile, Mr. Wickham believes a clear choice of leadership of the Labour Party should be Dr. Terence Drew, despite him falling by 24 votes in his latest attempt to win St. Christopher No. 8.
Frankly, I do not think he should take up his seat in Parliament. I believe that he should essentially use this as an opportunity to say to Labour, look, you have an alternative. Let's give one of our brightest lights of this next generation that we're talking about building the opportunity to go into Parliament in my place. And let me begin to celebrate the fact that, I do have a legacy that is worthy of some note. But what he's done instead is said that, he has all of these allegations.
Despite having the popular vote as a single party in the June 5th, 2020 elections, the Labour Party lost the elections by a landslide of 9-2 to the coalition Team Unity, giving the Timothy Harris-led government a second consecutive term in office. Audrey Huey, SKN Newsline.